Do to all my real ones out there, welcome back to my channel. This will be a movie review of Mortal Kombat. If you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoy this content, and if you do, give it a thumbs up. Click that notification bell after you subscribe. This will be a honest review, and you're gonna get the real raw, and it's gonna be quick. What I think about Mortal Kombat. First, the pros. Casting selection. I think they did an amazing job selecting each individual to play the role for the characters they portrayed. I think they did a very good job. It was more geared to the original content of Mortal Kombat, which is what most of us grew up on. So that was pretty dope. Now, CGI is going to be in the pros and the cons. But for the pro part, the CGI for the powers and abilities were amazing. I like how the take on it, how they did it, the whole nine. It looked like they took a lot of thought and planning on how they was going to portray that and how they executed it, so it was really good. Their skills and abilities. Now, they did use stunt doubles for the actors, but for the most part, some of the actors did their own stunts and their own acting, and I think they were top notch. They did their thug thizzle. Now, of course, you're gonna have those scenes here and there where things could be better, but for entertainment purposes, and it served its purpose. It did a good job on how they gain their powers. I like how they added the spin to that. It kind of gives a legitimate history as to how mortals who aren't superheroes or mutants or anything extra will get their powers like they do in the game. So I like how they came up with that idea, and that was pretty dope. Costumes, the attire, amazing. They did their thing on that. I could tell they stuck to the Mortal Kombat 2 type costumes, besides like the ninjas, which I like the route they went. More traditional, more realistic type monk type outfits, which was pretty cool. Fight scenes were amazing. The choreography, the way they did it, top notch. Very action packed. Very believable. So I think you'll like that. Last but not least, the fatalities. They did a great job with the fatalities. They stuck to each individual character's original fatalities, more so geared from Mortal Kombat 2's fatalities, but all in all, it was good. Here goes the cons. Storyline. If you ever seen Mortal Kombat, the animated movie of Scorpion Revenge that came out last year, that's what I think they should have went on. It was geared more towards the Mortal Kombat story. It was action-packed and all that kind of stuff. They could have used that source to write this movie. The route they went, if you are a Mortal Kombat enthusiast, if you are, if you respect the material, you will be a little disappointed because it doesn't really give you the real Mortal Kombat story. CGI. CGI is good for the powers, but they lacked in the background, like the worlds, Outworld, things like that. They could have took more time and did that. It would have been dope if they did it that way. Cole Young in place of Johnny Cage. Yeah. Wasn't feeling it. The guy who played Cole Young in this movie, he did a decent job. He was great with the physical. His acting was decent. And what they did with that character was basically made him a segue for Scorpion. That Scorpion couldn't come to this realm without Cole being in dire straits and basically releasing him from his prison in hell. And that's nothing like the storyline, and it almost makes no sense. So Cole Young was not a plus for me in particular. You might like him if you are not a fan of Mortal Kombat and you've seen this movie for the first time. You probably won't see anything in it. You'll probably believe that's just part of the story, and it'll probably be okay with you. But no, for me, it was a no-go. What they should have did was add Johnny Cage and stuck to more the Mortal Kombat story. This movie would have been a whole lot better. You make movies, you make them for a lot of reasons, but for the most part, people watch movies to be entertained. No matter what the topic is, if it was based on a true story or science fiction or comedy, they come to be entertained in some form. That's what movies are about. What you would do in a Mortal Kombat movie is you would display the most popular character. And the most popular character in the Mortal Kombat franchise is Scorpion. You might have your favorite character, you might like a different character, but the most popular character in Mortal Kombat is Scorpion, which is why they probably led off with what happened, the origin story of Scorpion. And throughout the whole movie, Scorpion appeared twice. He might got glimpse or whatever. So he was part of the first battle and he was a part of the last one. While most of the other characters had playing time throughout the whole movie, which was Sonya, Kano, Jax for the most part, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Shang Tsung, Belina, got good screen time. Scorpion, even Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero basically played as an assassin to Shang Tsung to kill Earth's heroes. Scorpion was not centered in this movie, for real. And so, yeah, bad move. They killed off a lot of key players. They killed off almost all the villains, basically. And the only one really left standing is Shang Tsung. That's a bummer because if you're going for a sequel, which the movie seems like it's set up to be, most of the popular characters, as you know, and their villains may not reappear. They may make up excuses as to how they come back or whatever. They may be undead like they are in Mortal Kombat 11 and the game and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they knocked off most of the characters most people are aware of. Missed opportunities. Now, again, the most popular character in all of Mortal Kombat is Scorpion. So you would think they would give you like a gem or an Easter egg or even a surprise character that they purposely kept out of trailers and all that other stuff. And that character was Quan Chi. Quan Chi gave him his abilities, his powers. Quan Chi made Scorpion Scorpion. And so that would have been a good surprise for people watching this movie, introducing Quan Chi, telling more of a backstory for Scorpion, and it would have been dope. But it was a missed opportunity. And they had many other missed opportunities. They had like a sort of like a chameleon beast in it. Wasn't even really called Reptile. He could have been Reptile, but it really wasn't. A post-credit scene. to lead on to what's to come. So they should have did that. In general, even with the pros and cons, the movie is still entertaining. If you haven't checked it out, I would recommend that you do. Even with all the cons, the movie is still a good movie. So I would recommend you watch it. Now, my rating of the movie. And I would give Mortal Kombat, the new movie, the reboot, I would give it a 3.5 stars out of 5. If they would have stuck to what fans come to know, like if you're coming into this movie not knowing Mortal Kombat, the history and all that kind of stuff, and you're just watching it for pure entertainment, then the movie will probably get 4 out of 5 stars. The movie was a good movie, but for more of a Mortal Kombat enthusiast, people who know the characters, who are invested, they will leave feeling sort of empty. They would have got entertainment out of it, out of the movie, but it would not have been satisfying knowing the characters, knowing the story arcs, knowing the history. So that's why I'm giving the movie 3.5 stars out of 5. All in all, it was still a good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I recommend, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Watch it with a friend, family, whatever. It's pretty gory. It was done the way that a Mortal Kombat movie should be. Now with that, you got my first review. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If you liked the video, comment down below if you agree with me, and comment down below if you disagree with me. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. But I'm always going to give you the real. I'm not going to give you a whole bunch of gimmicks and silly stuff and make it technical and stuff like that, man. You know, I'm just keep it a buck, keep it real for y'all. And with that, I hope y'all had a good weekend, and I hope you have a good week. And until next time, I'll holler at you later. 1.